Welcome back to the Train Expert channel. This is our final time today here at the Train Expert office. I gotta thank CSX and Norfolk Southerns for bringing like 12, 14 trains on there today. Actually, we did like 20, getting close to 20 trains today, including 2 train meets we had today. We had Norfolk Southern and CSX train meet, and then later we had Canadian Pacific and CSX trains to get going here as well. Also, I heard on the regular pay, I'm also going to put the truck pages, the trucks, on my regular channel. I'll do those tonight. I'll do those later or something. And then including the FedEx truck, we never got to. We'll get to that coming up. And then they were pretty good trains. We did have 2 last shift. We actually have 3 last shift. 3 of the trains had been a last shift, including a Canadian National and a BNSF leading on the Norfolk Southern 22K. Sorry, I had a piece of hair in my mouth. But anyway, the Norfolk Southern 22K had the Canadian National and BNSF powers on there heading east. And then nice to see here on there. Nice trains we saw today. And then we had a Norfolk Southern, I think that's a 15M, I believe, with a Union Pacific power leading. The Union Pacific was an SD-70 Acer leading and a Norfolk Southern unit trailing. On there as well. And then we did get 2 Canadian Pacific stacked trains. First one was the CSX I-166 with a DPU all right. As we said, that train starts off from Chicago, Illinois, and terminates into Montreal, Canada. Now, the CSX crew changes into to the CP crew when it turns into CP 143. And then later we had CSX Q165 with that CP train starts off from Montreal, Canada, and terminates to Chicago, Illinois. And also when you leave Montreal, Canada. It turns into CP 143 into CSX crews for the CSX I 165. That's the only two units we get Canadian Pacific symbols. The CSX I 165 and CSX I 166. That was awesome as that, yeah. And then we also had a few trains with a regular CSX power, including two of them with the DPU all right. And one CSX does not have a boxcar in any of the train. And we didn't get very many intermodal trains today for CSX. I think we had a stacked train twice, including one of them has an auto rack train. Also, we did get two Norfolk Southern intermodal trains and three. We actually have five Norfolk Southerns today. There's three freight trains and two intermodal trains. And the symbol on the first was Norfolk Southern 22K with the Canadian National and the BNSF power, and then it was Norfolk Southern 206 with the regular Norfolk Southern units. The only trains we got the regular Norfolk Southern units is the hot shot train, the intermodal train, the van train, and the local. That was it. I don't know. That symbol on the local, by the way, was Norfolk Southern C62. That train starts off from Northeast Pennsylvania and terminates to Conneaut, Ohio. And then I'm mentioning back on one of those train videos, I have to upload some more trains, and I think one was Norfolk Southern and everything else is CSX, including one was Canadian Pacific, had a train meet. The train meet we had today was Norfolk Southern local train assembled as CSX C62, and then later it was the CSX Q158 intermodal stack train. The only intermodals I got in the CSX today was the Q158 and 168 with the auto rack combination. That's why with the auto racks at the end. But the we have no auto rack trains today for CSX other than the end of the stack train, and we did get a bunch of auto racks on the manifest train in the first train. And then today for CSX we had not we had we don't, I don't get their locals. I just get the I kind of walked around to that Rustler Park instead of that Shell station, but I would have got a couple trains there at the Rustler Park and not the Shell station, but that's okay. We'll have to do that the next time. But I'm doing the trains at the Shell station. And then the only CSX I got today was two intermodal one intermodal. We're talking about the regular CSX, by the way. They have one intermodal. One was an intermodal and auto rack combination, and everything else is mixed freight. I think the mixed freight we had like 4 times. 4 mixed freights, and we also did have an ethanol train too, right there. We got the ethanol train, and yep, pretty good. Pretty good to start off the trains and those tournament events right here. Also, and 2 trains had a DPU. I think the only trains had the DPU all right is those 2 of those mixed freights, mixed manifest freight trains. And we also have, including one freight was close to 200 cars. Yeah. We had a freight that has close to 200 cars. The summer was CSX Q368. And then later we ended the train with CSX Q367 heading west. Yep. Also, pretty good. And then we did, also I gotta thank, Chick-fil-A for having lunches there as well. We had the chicken, grilled chicken, and as usual fries and stuff instead of the usual chicken sandwich like we normally get, but and a Diet Coke. I asked Jolene we can get rid of my Chick-fil-A cup or something. We can do that. And then I gotta thank Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast today. We had that wrap stuff there as well, and a hot chocolate, so that's good. And with the and then we checked all around Erie, including We saw the Jet 24 and Fox 66. And then I saw the stores like um, Walmart, Sam's Club, John B. Schultz. They have Ashley Furniture, all of that. We never got to the triple the point round for the feud. We played a little bit of feud today on the way to Erie. We're gonna do that triple the point round and then fast money as usual, but we didn't have the time. And also, I gotta thank Jolene's resident for bringing the slide out for the Jeep. For the Jeep as well, but still, excuse me, for that as well. And we checked around. We seen the Honda dealership. We had a Nissan. We saw the Cadillac. We seen the Chevy dealership. Actually seen two Chevy dealerships. And then we should be, and then we should be back with Erie. I heard next Tuesday because, as I said, we have no Amtraks. We never got an Amtrak train in the last couple years because, well, in the last couple days because that the wide world of trains been getting them, but I never get the Amtraks in the and then hopefully by sometime we'll get those there next year, and we won't be back with the OC&T with Jolene until the final Friday of 2021, and then pretty good here. Also, I gotta thank the youth advocates for Jolene. She forgot her paycheck after yesterday. She would have had that. I would have got that CSX stack train. I would have got that CSX I009 or IO10 with the DPU all right, but still, right there as well. Let's go. Also, we gotta thank the Citizens Bank for Jolene for take care of us here. Pretty good over there as well. Yeah, they have a Mill Creek. Yeah, they have a Mill Creek Hospital in there too. and and I thought they don't have hospitals. I didn't know they had 3 hospitals in Erie. I didn't know. I know they had a St. Vincent's. They had a Allegheny Health Network, St. Vincent, and Hammett. Actually, there's 4 hospitals there. There's a VA hospital, and then they have Mill Creek Hospital. And then we passed 2 plazas here. The Page Street Plaza is one of them. And also, the Page Street Plaza is one of them. And also Keystone Plaza. Everything on the Keystone Plaza has been open except for Edgar Snyder and Associates. Edgar Snyder and Associates was closed for good. I don't know why. Because I'm glad that Edgar Snyder took care of it after the fire going on. And then Edgar Snyder's not going to have an office anymore in Erie until and I didn't know. We usually passed it twice, and now we only passed it once on there too. Excuse me. And then we passed like the CSX once, and I had to go past CSX 3 times actually, because twice was driving, or 4 times. I think 3 times we're driving, and then once we had to go get the exercise routine in there actually. Excuse me. And then and also I gotta thank so all right, with that we can go ahead and turn over to the questions, and GV will start with Jill. Hi there, Jeffrey the Trains. Did you get how many Norfolk Southerns we got today? We had 5 Norfolk Southerns. We have 3 freight trains. One of them's local, and 2 intermodals, and then 2 of them have last ups. They have a UP leading first. That was the SD70 Acer. And then later was the Canadian National and BNSF Power. Who led? Who led on that? And what was assembled? Canadian National was leading, and BNSF unit was trailing, and that was Norfolk Southern 22K. That's what the Wide World of Trains had it on the other day. And then I was talking, pretty good so far on those. Just a follow up to um, what's the difference between mixed freight and local mixed freight? Well, the mixed freight is like a bigger train. That's why it's a manifest freight train, and they do their GE units. And and then the locals, they do their GP38s. Yeah, thank you. Sure. All right, Ken. Hi there, Jeffrey, the train expert. Did you say what? How many? What were the symbols? Did you say anything on during that video about Norfolk Southern stack train? What was the CSX I-165 and I-166? What was the difference? Well, I-166 has a DPU all right on it, and they also had CSX and then and it's also heading east, and then the Norfolk Southern, or I should say, and then the I-165 heads west. The eastbound starts off from Chicago, Illinois, and terminates to Montreal, Canada. And then when it turns to CSX I-165, it turns into CP 143. That's the eastbound, and Canadian Pacific crew changes over to CSX crew. And then I-165 starts off from Chicago or Montreal, Canada, Montreal, Canada, and terminates to uh uh and also terminates to Chicago, Illinois, and then when it goes passes the to that, it turns into CP 143, or excuse me, 142. CP crews got changes into CSX crew and goes all the way to Montreal, Canada, or to Chicago, Illinois. Illinois or Illinois? Illinois. Oh, Illinois, not Illinois. It's Illinois. Oh, I see. Thank you. All right, GB. Hi, train. Hey, train expert. Did you say the what? Did you say one of the trains is a premiere tonight? A premiere? Oh, you're talking about the ones on the upload today? Yeah. Yeah, there's a premiere because it's a 10-minute video. That's why. And CP crew changes over. And CSX, they crew, they changes them a lot. And the last train I got on the CSX unit was up here. Was it's a nice freight, but it was. Hold on 1 second here. Got a fight going on for the seconds. I don't want to say it on camera, but I have to. Also, just to follow up, what was the CSX crew? Why is there a crew change on Canadian Pacific? That's a good call, though. Yeah. After you leave Canada, yeah. Good thing I stayed. Yep. Good thing I stayed up here, though. Oh, back to my follow up. Did you say anything about a CSX freight freight train? What's that freight train? Yeah. Oh, how many? How many? What? Oh, freight train. We had 5 today. They had. Good thing I. Good thing I. Up here. Thank you. Sure. All right, Cat. Hi, train expert. Did you say was one of the CSX trains local? We can't get the local. The local doesn't pass the local doesn't go past the don't pass me unless we have to go to Rustler Park to get local, but because that was the C745 that starts off from Erie, Pennsylvania and terminates to Buffalo, New York by the dog food plant. Or something, that's why. Just one more quick one here. Don't they have does Norfolk Southern have 3 engine. Did you say 4 engines on the Norfolk Southern, or I'm sorry, on the CSX? I said 4 engines by mistake, and Jolene got it now. It was 3 engines on that. On the Are you talking about the stack train? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was 3 engines. I thought it was 4 right before that double stack car popped in there. Right before that double stack container. And thank you. Sure. Thank you. Sure. All right, Ken. Hi, Train Expert channel. Hi, Train Expert. This is Ken again. Did you say what was the difference on the top? What was the difference on those 4 sets of tracks? What is difference between Norfolk Southern and CSX? That's a good call, though. The CSX has 2 sets of tracks, and Norfolk Southern has 1. They actually have 2 sets of tracks in Erie. They have a local line. They still have that local line, and the CSX. I never, I never used their Norfolk Southern tracks around local because their Norfolk Southern trains goes by where the CSX goes. That's why. And just to follow up, where was the BNSF unit? Was it leading on the on Norfolk Southern? It was on BNSF. It was on Norfolk Southern 22K, and it was trailed because the engine lead was Canadian National. That's the second time I got the Canadian National power leading, and second time we had BNSF power trailing. I think first one had the Norfolk Southern leading on the one, and then Norfolk Southern power was trailing on and there was also 2 different powers of Canadian National. That's why um the just to follow up, are you gonna make the announcements for about we're not doing any trains tomorrow, Friday? I'll do that. I'll do that in a moment. I'll do that when I. I'll do that in just a few moments. So thank you for the ask. Thank you. Sure. Can can yeah, this what have you seen the CSX or Norfolk Southern trucks? Not today so far. Last 2 times there we did. Thank you. Sure. All right, Jimmy, do you have a final question here? Yeah, just I have 2 actually. One is the Norfolk. First of all, one here. First of all, is Norfolk Southern a pretty good place to get trains? Yeah, I never got. I don't get very many Norfolk Southerns over CSX. I don't know why. I'll count. I'll count how many CSX we have in a few moments. I already know we had 5 Norfolk Southerns and 2 Canadian National, or I should say Canadian Pacifics. We did have 1 Canadian National, but it was on the Norfolk Southern train. I never had Canadian Nationals leading on CSX, just on Norfolk Southern. I got them on Norfolk Southern. I had it once on the freight, and now it's on a stack train with the BNSF unit trailing. That's why. Thank you. And also, just one follow up. One of the CSX had the auto rack train and stack. What was the symbol? Symbol on the train? Yeah. CSX I-168. Yep. CSX I-168. That starts off from pretty good. Thank you. Sure. All right, Ken, do you have a final question? Yeah, just a couple. One, the CSX Q166 did or 165. Which one had the DPU all right? Q166, I166, I166. That's what they had the DPU all right. And did they have any heritage units? No heritage units today on. No heritage units today. The only last shops we got was a UP, CN, and BNSF on Norfolk Southern, and the only CSX was the stack, and the only CSX was 2 CPs, and both of them were stacked trains. That's why. I gotta finish upload. I'll finish the uploads later tonight, if not first thing in the morning. But and also on the one train, the CSX I-165. Sometimes on the freight, sometimes on the stack, it could have a freight. They never know where the 165 goes. Remember, as the Wide World of Trains mentioning yesterday, there was uh, the Wide World of Trains said they had, And then that last train was CSX I-165, or the I-165 can be a freight and a stack combination, but we didn't get any freight or stack combinations. I should have got it when Ollie and I were there earlier this year, but didn't happen, but that's okay. We usually, the Canadian Pacific's been doing them for a couple times. And as Wide World of Trains said, they did have on the past live stream on Wide World of Trains yesterday, they had a covered grain hopper that was kind of rare for the Canadian Pacific stack train. They also had a few bare tables in it as well. And you don't see one hopper very often on the train, but still pretty good at it right there. Thank you very much. Sure. All right. Thank you for the questions or something. Let me close out real quick. I have a couple quick announcements. Tomorrow I will not gonna get no trains because I gotta go to that dinner thing. So the trains will be out of play or something. Also, Friday I will not gonna get any trains either because it's not just Christmas Eve, but it's also supposed to rain. It's supposed to call for rain that day around the afternoon. It's supposed to rain all day Christmas Eve. That's why. And hopefully by tomorrow or so I will not gonna get no trains until Tuesday after until Tuesday after not till the Tuesday after Christmas. That's what's gonna happen for the train, but still. And then she said she's talking about the Amtrak departures or something, because I want to see an Amtrak going by, not just getting CSX and Norfolk Southerns, but still. And hopefully we'll get an Amtrak on my page as well. Hopefully soon. Or something. We'll be on for like almost 48, around 40, almost 49 minutes, okay. Stick around another 10 more minutes. And then I did separate for the 4 videos on the because we had the train made twice. One was on CSX and Canadian Pacific, and then the other one was CSX over or CSX train after the Norfolk Southern left. That's why. Nice here. Cold day here at the house. Yep. So for the, what's that? What were the total train companies we had? We had Norfolk Southern, CSX, UP. Well, it was CSX, and then it was UP, North Union Pacific, Norfolk Southern, and then we had Canadian National, BNSF, and then CSX, and then there was Norfolk Southern, and then the stack train had CSX. And then there's stack trains, Canadian Pacific, and 165 also said Canadian Pacific. This is something you don't see very often, and I think this is never in the history of Jeffrey the Train Experts we ever had two Canadian Pacific trains on there. And I think this is my second ever train video here on the Train Expert channel with the Canadian National Power in Erie. And then so that'll be more interesting. So hopefully by next week we're going to get some more train videos. And as I said, we're adding new train videos every week of the year. Especially we have snow on the ground, but still we haven't got any OC&T since like Friday. And then like I said, I won't be at the OC&T tomorrow or Friday. Well, Friday is supposed to. Well, tomorrow I have to go to the dinner thing, and then Friday I have to go. I have to stay home for the weather. So I can't. Hopefully, if the weather had been nice on Friday, I would have got some trains between the exercise routine, but it's not going to be happening. Yeah, I don't think it's not happening. So I did 3 OC&T videos on Friday. I'm glad we got a little insurance on those because we did the trainless video yesterday, and then today we didn't go trainless thanks to Erie. And I can't go trainless on Tuesdays because Tuesdays I have to go a different spots. Like we go to Erie, we went there just like we did today. And then sometime we have to go get Norfolk Southern C-29 but still. There we go. Pretty good. Yeah, we've been around for almost an hour. Well, can I tell you something funny before we end the day? Before I end the Train Expert channel today, Jolene was trying to order from Chipotle, but I didn't know they closed, and then they closed it on every other Tuesday, and I didn't. And then she said they're closing the one restaurant, and then Jolene was laughing so hard with that. And then the other thing I did there as well was I had to separate 4 train videos in one, and then and don't give me any. Oh, that's right. That's right. So yeah, pretty good, and I'm glad we had the funny thing going on. Alright, I think we've been around for almost an hour, so this is going to be it for today for Jeffrey the Train Expert. We did, I'm gonna count the train videos right now before we end the video today, before we end the video. Another Facebook. Should be back online by now. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 right there. 9, 10. There's 11. 11. And let's see how many I got. I haven't uploaded yet. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I have one on the phone needs uploaded. $10.42, one is done. 3:08 done. 4:05, okay. The only thing we have to upload is 4:26. I'll do that one. I'll do that one anytime. I think I'll do it tomorrow. I'll have some trains uploaded while I'm out for the dinner. And then I got 5 trains I gotta upload as well. We said it was 10. We had 15. 16, 15 trains. It was 10, 12, 14. 16 17 train videos. We'll have to settle with that today. I also did check earlier after we left the Yap office. We had to take a look at Western New York and see if there's a train coming or not, but I didn't know. I didn't know there was a train, and so pretty good. Pretty good so far. Alright, and then we didn't have no shot to have time to go to the OC&T, but that's okay. But still, we got at least seeing the. We had to check see if they had a Western New York grain train, but it didn't happen either. So pretty good. Alright, like I said, we've been on for over an hour, so this is going to be it. This is pretty much going to be it for tonight. For Jeffrey the Train Expert, I gotta thank CSX and Norfolk Southern for bringing out 17 trains total. 15 trains, well, 18 trains, or 19 trains, that's what I meant. We'll have to settle with that. Also, we checked on the freight yard, see if there's a Norfolk Southern showed up, and it didn't. They didn't. Because usually they have it showed up by now. And now they don't. We'll have to see what Director's Guy has for us. We'll see. And then also, thanks to Chick-fil-A and for having lunch, and then Dunkin' Donuts as well for breakfast. But great seeing foods with us or something. So thanks for watching Jeffrey the Train Expert live trainless video on YouTube after we did 16 trains or something. We'll be back on next Tuesday for more trains, or next Monday, we'll see, depending on, or next month, or the Monday after New Year's for more trains, we'll see. I gotta upload those 6 trains we haven't done yet, and then, I got a train video will be on tonight. And don't forget, I got a premiere tonight at 7 o'clock on my regular channel. It's about talking about the, I have a premiere tonight at 7 o'clock on my regular channel. That's, it's about, let's see. I want to switch this to the regular channel for 1 second, and then we're pretty much going to be done for today for the Train Expert channel. I'll come back and go onto the train, but I need to do one thing before we shut the camera off for tonight. And I'll make that announcement again for one more time before we have to get off. Oops. Yeah, I got a premiere tonight at 7 o'clock for checking out the Christmas lights. And I won't get a premiere until tomorrow after I get back from the dinner. So, so I got a premiere. So thanks for watching Jeffrey, the train expert, live train list video on YouTube after we had a bunch of trains today. Don't forget, I got a premiere. Actually, I have a premiere tonight at 7:30. It's about the Christmas lights. After we talked yesterday about it. And then I got a premiere tomorrow night, immediately following the dinner at 10:30. It's actually like a 4 hour, yeah. It's so, and then I'll have a premiere in a couple days at the Advanced Disposal place. I have two of them on there. Three of those. Most of the premieres are from the Advanced Disposal places or something. We'll find out about those tomorrow. We'll find out in the next couple days. Or something. So thanks for watching Jeffrey the Train Expert live train video on YouTube. Everybody have a good night. Maybe we'll see you all. We'll see you tonight at 7:30 on the Train Expert channel. I should say on the regular channel, I should say. And then I'll see you tomorrow at 10:30 for the premiere. That's going to be right after the dinner. That's why I'm doing the premiere at 10:30, 10:30, instead of the usual 7 o'clock or something. So, but for now, I'm Jeffrey the Train Expert saying we'll see you next week. Don't forget, I can't, no train videos. I'm not doing any train videos tomorrow because of the dinner. And then Friday because of the rain. It's supposed to rain all day Christmas Eve. And that's what the Weather Channel said. And so we're going to get off right now. And thanks for joining us here on Jeffrey the Train Expert live train list video after we had a bunch of trains. And you guys have a good night, and we'll see you tonight at 7:30 for the premiere on the regular channel, and tomorrow at 10:30 also on the regular channel. So we'll talk to you guys later. And I have a premiere. I don't have a premiere on the Train Expert channel until Christmas Eve night or something. See more stuff, and it's at the Tanker Place here in town. So that's gonna be it for today, and thanks for joining us here on Jeffrey the Train Expert's live train list video after we had about 16, 17 train video, 15, 16 videos we did today here on YouTube, and I got most of them uploaded. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see y'all tonight on the premiere at 7:30 and tomorrow at 10:30 at night. Talk to you later.